Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 6. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Whitney Ward. So we have a lot of top stories to get to tonight, including Governor Jay Inslee and his visit to Spokane to celebrate the state fully reopening. But first, we want to get right to Tom Sherry, who's in the outdoor weather center. No, he's not. He's right here in the indoor weather center. We're talking about the temperatures, of course, just about as hot today as it was yesterday.
Yeah, well, that excessive heat warning now is still in effect through Sunday across most of Washington. But look at how we're seeing the changes. Now, because of an onshore flow, it is not in effect in western Washington or western Oregon. But still, we have lots of temperatures in the 100-degree range through the first part of the weekend. I'll have more details on your extended forecast, your 10-day outlook, coming up in a few minutes.
Looking forward to that, Tom. Thank you very much. Now, taking a live look at Avista's power outage maps. Around 60 customers in a targeted blackout right now in Lewiston are without power. Certainly a much better situation than it was just the past couple of days.
Now, Avista said earlier today about 5,800 people would be affected by the outages. At the height of outages on Monday, it was 24,000, then 22,000 just yesterday.
So 2 people were found dead meantime in their downtown Spokane apartment today. Neighbors told us told the fire department that they had symptoms related to the heat. So coming up later, we have more on the investigation and the response to heat-related illnesses here in Spokane. All right, now to our other top story tonight. After 470 days of closures and restrictions due to the pandemic, can't believe it's been that long, right? Our state is now fully reopened.
We've been counting down the days and the months. Washington Governor Jay Inslee is in Spokane right now to mark the occasion. He is speaking alongside the mayor of Spokane, so we want to get right to him. She is getting ready to introduce him right now. Let's take a listen.
Travel to Eastern Washington, and we've seen a lot of our governor in the past 6 months or so, so we're grateful for every visit that he's able to make here and have him in Spokane to help us headline this event. So please welcome Governor Jay Inslee.
Thank you. Thanks, Madam Mayor, and congratulations to your leadership. It is a joy to be here on behalf of 7 million Washingtonians to say that Eastern Washington is back, Central Washington is back, Western Washington is back, Tacoma is back, and Spokane is back today. And I'm overjoyed to be able to say that. We're back in our restaurants. We're back in our restaurants tonight, 100%. We're going to be back with Death Cab for Cutie in this beautiful facility. We're back in our theaters. We're back enjoying our backyard barbecues. Most importantly for me, we are back with the highest place for human civilization, and that's Hoopfest. So I am so happy to see Hoopfest coming back to Spokane this fall. And we know why we are able to be back. It is because the heroism, the professionalism of folks, the people who have been committed to their neighborhoods. It's because of the nurses who worked overtime in difficult conditions. It's because of the grocery store workers who stood there every day while exposed to this virus, doing their duty day after day. It's because of the agricultural workers out in our field who are out there today in this incredible heat, taking care of us. It's about the folks who've been teachers to go into the classroom even when they were remote, to do everything they possibly could to get these kids in a remote situation to have an educational opportunity. I've been here 70 years in the state of Washington. These have been the most difficult year for Washingtonians, but it has been the most impressive year for Washingtonians, all up and down. And the thing that I won't be able to mention by name today is it's the 10,000 acts of human kindness that kept us going throughout this difficult year. It's the people who helped shop for their senior citizen. It's somebody who provided child care for their niece or nephew or neighbor's kid to help them through this difficult time. We know in Washington, when we pull together, we get there together, and we are here together today, reopening Spokane, and I'm excited to do it. Now, there's some other folks I want to mention that have had a difficult year. The business leaders, the business owners, and their employees who've done everything they can to keep their businesses alive. And I want to honor them for what they have done to keep their employment going in difficult situations. We know it's been tough. That's why I'm glad that we've been able to do $1 billion+ of help for businesses and landlords to help our economy thrive, and now we are coming back ready to take off. And congratulations to the Washington State Legislature that has such a tremendous leadership corps from Spokane, of Senator Billig and Representative Ormsby and Riccelli, and our Director of Commerce, Lisa Brown. Let's have a round of applause for the Spokane leaders that you've lent to the state of Washington. I appreciate what you guys have done. It was their providing businesses a lifeline through this difficult situation that has kept these businesses afloat, where now they can thrive again. And we are thriving again. Our economy is in as good or better position than any other state in the United States. So it's full speed ahead in this regard, and I hope everybody can enjoy it. I hope people know that still getting vaccinations is important. We're not done in this effort. We want to continue to have people get vaccinated so that they can be healthy, because when we're back, we want to be back and stay healthy and save lives as we have done. So congratulations to everyone. Celebrate, enjoy Hoopfest, and keep shooting. It's like I've always said, you don't win if you don't score, and you don't score if you don't shoot. So get the ball to Representative Riccelli, and he'll put it on the hole. Go Hoopfest, go Spokane. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Governor. This is the day that we've all been working toward really, really hard, anticipating for a very long time. It has been a difficult and challenging 15 months. But today we celebrate the reopening of our community and returning to life as normal, but with some limitations. It's a day of celebration, of excitement, joy, and also a time to reflect on those who have been through so much during this during this time, and a day of remembrance for those that we've lost. We have reached a major milestone, and that accomplishment cannot be understated. I want to thank all of those who have put others consistently first for the good of their neighbors, their friends, and their loved ones. And there are so many who deserve recognition. First, our hometown heroes who are standing behind me now. We have representatives, educators, and teachers from Stevens Elementary, from our Spokane Fire Department, from our police department, and multi-care. They are the ones who have been on the front lines. They are the nurses and the doctors and the police officers and the emergency medical responders. And of course, we have to recognize our businesses and our organizations who also have put public health first. We still have a lot in front of us as we emerge from the lives that we have lived for more than a year, forgoing all the things that we used to celebrate, birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and so many other things that we enjoy doing, all in the interest of public health, gave us a new sense of appreciation for what really is important to us. Yet despite our physical distance, we stayed together. We were tough. We remained resilient, and we persevered. And as we take a collective exhale today and we take our next steps, that's how we recover. We do it together. We are Inland strong. So I'd like to invite Dr. Francisco Velasquez from the Spokane Regional Health District, our public health officer, to come up and say a few words. We call him Dr. V.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mayor Woodward. Thank you, Governor Inslee. Thanks for saving the best for last. That is cool. I do want to say, though, that the Governor has been here multiple times during the pandemic for education, for community services, for many other things, so we want to say thank you. We appreciate that support. So I am here today having the opportunity to actually say a few words, maybe of thank you, to the many, many, many people that have helped us get to where we are. Today is about what this community has been able to do when we all come together, work together, and stay together. And going forward, we're staying together. I would like to say thank you to our many business, civic, community, education, healthcare, first responders, partners, all of the leaders in the community that made sure that we could deliver on our public health mission as we went through the last 15 months. We did that together, and together we were able to open our businesses again, open all the venues, the MAC, the Symphony, bring our children back to school in an in-person mode, which is very, very important for their mental and behavioral health. Very importantly, I would like to say a special thank you to the about 300 members of the Spokane Regional Health District team, because this has been their singular, unique mission for the last 18 months. In addition to all the work they do, they have been focused on how can we open the businesses, how can we bring people back to school, how can we deliver to the community the entertainment, the options, everything from the parks to the splash parks and everything in between. And they have done that quietly, while at the same time delivering all of the other services that this community not only expects, but deserves. So I do want to say thank you to them today. And I can tell you that we remain committed and activated, because as the governor mentioned, pandemic is not over yet. This is a significant milestone. We got a little bit of work to do going forward. And we are committed as an organization to continue delivering in all of the aspects that we're supposed to deliver for this pandemic and beyond. That's not going to change. We've done that. We'll continue doing that. And we're doing that as of today. If you go out on the streets, you'll see our teams doing a lot of things. A few things that I think I want to call out very specifically that may not be as visible. In addition to all the services, we were out there helping with the testing, more recently helping with the immunizations, and thank you to all of our partners, because together we have achieved that 54% where we're at as of today. And although that is a great number, we as a community are going to hit that 70. And when we hit that 70, then we're going to aim for 80. Why is that? Because this is Spokane, and that's how we roll. We're going to excel. We're going to exceed whatever goals are in front of us, and we'll do that because we're staying together. The vaccine is the best tool we have right now. We've leveraged that tool. Why do I say that? We have prevented people from getting sick. We have prevented people from going to the hospital. We have prevented many deaths. But there is a little bit more to do, and we do have to think about the fall when our kids come back to school, the younger ones. And the vaccine is going to be a very, very, very important tool with that. I want to reminisce for about 10 seconds, if you don't mind. It's been a little bit over 7 months since I took this job. And when I joined, we had about 200 cases per day. And within 4 weeks, we hit our highest number ever, 687 in one day. Today, we're at 24. Great number. We want that number to be 0. That is the goal, and immunization is going to help us achieve that. So together, we will continue working to really manage this pandemic and make it become endemic like many of the other diseases that we work with every single year. So with that, I would like to say thank you. And it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce a friend, colleague, and community partner, the president and CEO of the Downtown Spokane Partnership, Mark Richardson. Mark?
Held by Governor Jay Inslee, then Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward. The last gentleman, of course, is the interim health director for the Spokane Regional Health District. Essentially, a celebration today, celebrating the milestone of Washington State fully reopening.
Yeah, the governor actually had ceremonies today in Seattle as well as Tacoma, made the trip over here to Eastern Washington, to Spokane, specifically to mark this occasion, saying that we have done so much work here over the last 15, 16 months to bring us to this point, having endured so many closures and limitations and restrictions, just making a point to thank all of the people who really made it happen, the healthcare workers, the teachers, the people behind the scenes who were just quietly doing their job, doing what needed to be done, even though it was hard. He made a point to talk about the ag workers, the grocery store workers who were there every single day, and how all of this was just a result of everyone pulling together.
Yeah, his message, Washington is back today, a similar message from Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward, saying today we celebrate returning back to normal with some limitations. They also wanted to recognize the great sacrifice, I think you pointed out, Whitney, and just to give you some context here, in the state of Washington, since the pandemic started, we've had 414,785 confirmed COVID cases and 5,930 deaths. That's a lot, right? But today was more of a celebration of moving forward and thanking everybody for doing what they did to get us to this point.
The last person that you heard there was the interim health officer, Dr. Frank Velasquez, who said, though, we're not fully done yet. This is an amazing milestone. This is a great point to celebrate, but that we're not done yet, that we do still need to be mindful of getting vaccinated. And also, he said to kind of think about the fall when kids get back to school. He said the vaccine is still the best tool that we have to fight this virus and to keep our state open the way that we want it to be. And he said that that is still something we need to work for to get to that 70% goal. And even better, if not, he also kind of mentioned that we have made great progress. Today, we just have 24 COVID cases. And of course, it was just 7 months ago, in the Thanksgiving, Christmas time when it was 600 to 700 cases in a single day.
Right. We are almost there. 68.8% of the state 16 up has received at least one dose of the vaccine. Spokane County, we're a little bit behind that, about 54%, but we're anticipating those numbers continuing to climb.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.